Hey YouTubers, Steven here. Okay, so a little update here. I made the brackets, as you can see right here, for my seat. This is the seat, and you can see the wing nuts that I have here. I also have the same bracket on the bottom here. As soon as I find it in my lens, wrong direction, Steven. See, I have the same thing here. Piece of angle bracket, wing nuts. Now what I did was I put my seat in the boat, put it on the ground, and then figured out where I was going to put the pedals. Now if you can see, this is the bottom board that I had the pedals and everything mounted. You can see all the bolt holes and the set of rear sprocket that I had. And basically what I did was I cut some board, did some nice 45-degree angle cuts all the way around. I glued and screwed it to the bottom, and then I had to put some more 1/4-inch plywood down here just as a spacer, because this was actually old fence board that I used, which was about 1/4 inch thinner than the strapping that I used. So I used a 1/4-inch plywood spacer, and then this is glued and screwed to the bottom as well. So the next step, I'm going to drill the holes out for all the brackets, and then from there I'll mount the pedals and the rear sprocket, and they'll be in the correct position where I want them and need them. And then once I get my metal parts, then I'll be able to go and mock up the back part of the mechanical. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright, so we got the pedals mounted in, as you can see in here, and everything is glued and screwed. One thing that I thought of before I put in the bolts was I wanted to put in I wanted to have it a bolt and nut securing this to the bottom of the boat, and that way if I wanted to take the pedals out for whatever reason, or if it doesn't work, then all I have to do is undo the top nuts and everything comes out. So I took a 1/7/8 wood bit, and I drilled the holes in the two pieces of 1/4-inch plywood to 1 7/8 so that the nut is actually inside, and then my brackets actually sit flush on the 1/4-inch plywood. And as you can see, I turned the handle properly. It turns okay to the left. You know, it still ends up coming up against my leg. So what I'll probably do is just take this handle off and use this the neck piece to steer. And then I'll probably mount the gear shifter somewhere else. Maybe just I don't know, I haven't decided yet where I'm going to mount them, but I'll find a convenient spot to mount the shifters. And the one thing that I did notice with the chair is I don't have any support from the back piece to the bottom, so it's actually quite flimsy when I was sitting on it. As you can see, it's got a bit of a give. So I'm going to make some metal brackets that I'll mount to the bottom and up to the top, and that'll make it good and secure. And then basically the next thing is to put the chains on here, and then once the chains are on, then I can set up my my mechanical in the back once I get all my metal parts in. And I have to do coving in here on the corners. You have to put in like a putty, and I've got a recipe for poor man's Play-Doh. It's just basically salt, water, and flour, so that I can make this at like a 45-degree angle from the sidewall to the bottom, and that'll make it better for the fiberglass cloth and resin to actually make a good solid seal, and to make this structurally sound as well. So that pretty much does it for what I'm going to do today, and stay tuned for the next episode.